Hey guys, since there's not going to be any class today, I decided to create a video for you. What you can do is you can watch the video, pay attention to the PowerPoint, and after you're finished, you can refer back to the PowerPoint, which will also be attached to the assignment in case you have any questions. You can also put a private comment on your assignment. That will send me a direct email, and I'll be able to respond there. So we're going to be discussing body paragraphs. And you're going to be basically creating your body paragraphs. We already did the introduction for your essay. So you're either doing The Hate You Give or you're doing the alternative assignment, which is about teenage self-awareness. So how are you going to introduce your body paragraphs? We did our outlines where in your introduction you had an A, B, and C. Those are your topics, well, your subtopics that you're going to be discussing in each of your body paragraphs. So your A would be your body paragraph 1, your B would be your body paragraph 2, and your C would be your body paragraph 3. So those 3 topics are your subtopics for each paragraph. So as it says, each body paragraph is a separate event in STAR's progression or reason why it is important for a team to learn self-awareness. These paragraphs will contain your cited evidence from your outline for the book, The Hate You Give, because remember you guys did outlines last week, or your paraphrased information from the self-awareness article links. So what is a topic sentence? Because you have to introduce what you're writing about. It's the same thing when we do race. It's your restate and answer. So I created questions to help you answer your prompts to start creating your body paragraphs. If you remember, I gave you guys 5 questions, and you were supposed to choose 3 of the 5 on Friday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And those would have contained the cited text evidence for your C that you would have used in your essay. But not everyone did it, but it's okay. We're going to make this happen. So what I did was, in one of the last slides, I created questions that you can answer using race to create your body paragraph. So I hope that kind of helps if you're having any problems developing your paragraphs. So what is the topic sentence? Some might say that the topic sentence is one of the most important aspects and definitely the most vital sentence within the paragraph. In some cases, you might hear the topic sentence is referred to as the focus sentence, but these are essentially the same thing. A topic sentence is used to summarize all the information within a paragraph. When writing in more of formal style, remember, first person, the topic sentence will usually feature at the beginning of the paragraph, although it is not a set rule. So sometimes your topic sentence, sometimes people call it the thesis statement, will go at the end, but it's a lot easier if you just knock it out from the beginning and have it as your restate and answer part of your paragraph. So examples of topic sentences. Being tired of living under the tyranny of the humans, the animals of the Manor Farm rebelled in March of 1804. After overthrowing their king, they became an independent nation. So that paragraph is going to be about how they had a rebellion and they overthrew the humans on that farm. I love that book. I so hope that it's going to be in our curriculum this year. Example number 2. Imagine not being able to make your own decisions. Imagine not having the basic right to go where you want to make basic decisions about your own life. Welcome to childhood. So that writing would be about being a child and not being in control of your life. So your topic sentence introduces what the rest of the paragraph is going to be about. Just like your restate, answer, and then you're introducing your cited text evidence that proves your answer. Imagine being beaten by 5 police officers. It was caught on tape as you feared for your life. The people who hurt you were still found not guilty, even with video evidence, and they never served any jail time. If you guys remember, we first started discussing The Hate You Give. We discussed Rodney King, the first viral video. So that's what that would have been about, and that's a great introduction. We did introduction strategies on Monday. These are kind of cool. So your body paragraphs will be proving what you're writing about. So for instance, I took this from our essay that was about proving that the Odyssey was an epic. So one of the characteristics of an epic is having an epic plot. So one of the characteristics of an epic plot is shown in the Odyssey. Oh my God, that is a horrible sentence. One of the characteristics of an epic One of the characteristics of an epic that is shown in the Odyssey is epic plot. Okay, I thought I was losing my mind. Epic plot is demonstrated in the narrative by the intervention of the gods. So you start with introducing, the topic sentence introduces that we're going to be discussing epic plot taking place in the Odyssey. And then the rest of the paragraph is discussing how epic plot took place. Now, this response was the race question example that I gave you guys before. There's multiple pieces of evidence because remember, you had to use at least 2 because you had to show progression for star. So I gave more than 2, even though this question does not give progression of star, of course, because I can't give you the answer, but it did give multiple pieces of evidence that were introduced. I also show where it gives you the page number for each of the points, and there's quotation marks around everything. So upon hearing about Khalil's grandmother's illness, knowing about his mother's drug problems causing her absence, and seeing his big purchases, Star assumes that he is selling drugs to show off and pay his family's bills. She notes that his sneakers are Jordans, the 3 retros, and they cost about $300. Page 14. When she confronts him about selling on page 18, I gave the page number, I'm introducing the information. Khalil tells her that he is doing what he has to do and that he got tired of choosing between lights and food. Later in the book, in a conversation with Devante, another friend of Khalil's, she learns that Khalil did not have a choice when it came to selling drugs. Devante told her his mama stole some beep from King. King wanted her dead. Khalil found out and started selling drugs to pay her debt. Star found out that Khalil was not just selling drugs to help his family, which he could have done working at Maverick's store, making minimum wage. He needed the money to save his mother's life. When she thought about it, she said, here's another quote, "That was classic Khalil. No matter what his mama did, he was still her knight, and he was still going to protect her." Page 237. Technically, this does show a little progression because this is what Star was thinking in the beginning, and this is what Star learned at the end. Oh, look at that. Everything comes full circle. I love my life. So this is an example of a body paragraph from a biographical research paper that we did. Remember, I showed you the introduction about Frederick Douglass. So the next section we did his early life. So I started giving information about when he was born, who his parents are, and I'm summarizing everything in that paragraph. I'm not going to talk about his early life in this paragraph. And then when I'm going into, say, his education or his careers as in college, I'm not going to refer back to the early life. So make sure each body paragraph has a separate topic. I'm moving my hands around as though you guys can see me. This is hilarious. Okay, so here's my quick breakdown that I thought might help you guys sort of organize your work. So each body paragraph would have its own topic. Don't mix your information, which I just said. So your 2, 3, and 4, I created race questions to maybe help you form your body paragraph. So if you answer it using race, you have your 2 pieces of evidence, you should be able to create those paragraphs. So my people doing the hate you give, how does Star body paragraph? How does Star and Haley's friendship evolve throughout the book? Remember, we were saying how their friendship was in the beginning and what it turned into when all heck broke loose. Another paragraph. How does Star go from denying any association with Khalil to publicly standing up and speaking out for him? So if you discuss the friendship between Haley and Star in the first paragraph, that's not what you're discussing in the second paragraph. What you would discuss is how she denied knowing him when she had the conversation with Haley and the other people, but you wouldn't go into anything about their friendship. See what I mean about keeping separate topics? Another example, how does Stars treat Natasha's murder differently from Khalil's? 2 different murders, 2 different situations, 2 different reasons. She's at different ages, so she addresses things differently. So remember, you're showing growth. So if you answer these as race, you have your paragraphs if you didn't already do them, and you might need to tweak the paragraphs that you created. I gave a lot of you some input on those of you that actually submitted them. And last but not least, if you're doing the alternative assignment, each body paragraph would have its separate reason as to why it is important for teenagers to learn self-awareness. So each separate paragraph would have its reason why, and then explain your reason. So what you're doing today is, after you view this, you're going to create your body paragraphs on the document that you already started. If you have any questions, you're going to post them on your private comments, questions, comments, complaints, concerns, confusion, whatever it is, and I'll respond there. Don't forget your 30 minutes of mind play, ladies and gentlemen, and definitely do your attendance in focus. See you guys on Thursday. Miss you already. Hit me up if you need me.